Good morning, everybody. Hey, I just wanted to reach out and say hello to everybody. I had a little incident. I have all kinds of stuff that basically happens to me on a football field, and I always like to just kind of share those moments with that happens because I learned a very good lesson through this, and I got some great advice from a friend of mine to handle it a little differently than I normally would have. Okay, if anybody's been around me on a football field, I am a little intense. I like to have a good time. I like my kids to play very hard for me, which they do. Got an incredible little football team playing for me. But we were doing our normal thing. At the end of practice, we were running. And of course, I don't go easy on them. I want to push them as much as I can. And I had a kid look back at me for the first time that I've ever on the coaching field and look at me and say, "I ain't running, coach." Most of the coaches and players out there, you could have heard a pin drop because they knew how fired up I was going to get after that. But being at the end of practice and pushing this kids, I just had a moment there that I was going to deal with it tomorrow. So again, thought on it very hard. Again, I don't like anybody. We all follow as a team and work as a team. So again, that kid was going to learn a lesson the next day of practice, I promise you. But again, I was coming in there a little fired up. And that morning, I was able to talk to a really good friend of mine. And he said, "Byron, before you go crazy and do anything, take just a second and show grace. Even though you're fired up, go ahead and just take that moment and show grace." So I took that, and I'm thinking, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go after him as soon as I get there, okay? But again, that's kind of where I just wanted to take a minute because I learned something here very valuable, and it touched me that day, and I think it touched that kid a little bit that day, and we've connected even 10 times stronger at this point. So again, showing this grace that I'm about ready to tell you helped me out a lot in this situation, guys. So again, when we got to practice, that kid knew I was coming after him before practice started. So I pulled him over to the side and said, "Look, we don't do that. We work as a team. Hey, I can't have you disrespecting me out here like that. So again, you telling me that leads for everybody to do that." And I said, "I want to just tell you before, we get started here, you got something on your chest? You got something you want to tell me?" And he burrowed up there, this little 10-year-old, for a second, and he kind of hunkered down. I could tell he wanted to open up, and big old eyes started getting a little swelled up there and a little teary-eyed. And he looked at me and he says, "Coach, my parents are going through a divorce, and I don't know how to handle it, and it's my fault." And it hit me real quick, guys, because I want to let you know I've been through that myself in life. And a lot of kids out there always believe it's their fault. It ain't their fault. So taking that moment there to just show him a little care and a little grace and letting him open up, he was able to get some off his chest and was able to let me help him a little bit, which I do think I helped him a little bit because we were able to sit there and talk about it for a little bit. But at the end of the day, he still didn't listen to me. So after we got to laugh and chuckle and get that all out of the way, I looked right at him and said, "We still got 10 hills, boy. You got to make them up for me for yesterday, all right?" And from that day on, we've had a great bond. But being able, instead of reacting so fast that I normally would have, I took just a second there to pause and listen to the boy. And again, it helped me out and helped me grow as an individual. So again, anytime I have one of those moments, and again, it always seems like it is on a football field for me, I like to share those. So again, it was something that touched me, and I hopefully out there in your life right now, if you're going through something or ever, pause and show grace sometimes. It does help out a lot in life. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Again, just wanted to share a little moment from me. Talk to you soon. Have a great day, guys.